Hello guys, let's keep seeing more curiosities from Game of Thrones now for Season 4. And let's start with Joffrey's death. Yes, very well, finally. Yes, it was already time to see ourselves free from this animal. Well, I confess that I love this scene, not only for being so well characterized, but to finally see this brain seek to kick the bucket. Now, the curious thing is to try to understand how the poison ended up in the wine glass. So let's see. It falls to the ground, rolls for under the table, Sansa picks it up and delivers it to Tyrion. He then fills it up again and offers it back to Joffrey. Meantime, mysterious Sansa's necklace. It seems the false gems has poison inside, but then they would have to be broken for the poison to flow into the cup. The fact is, we can't see that happening, and we can't see any gem falling into the cup too, so it could be accidentally swallowed by Joffrey when he was drinking the wine. But, well, the only possibility, I think, is that someone would have already put some drops of poison into the cup before the meal. But in that case, shouldn't the retardant have died earlier? Curious and mysterious, no doubt. Well, now let's see Cersei and Jaime having sex in the wake of their son. Very well. The kid dies, and Jaime, his father, we know that the retarded born from incest, decides to make sex with his sister and Joffrey's mother. What a great respect for the kids. The curious thing is not just the scene itself, which generated a lot of controversy, but why the hell the producers decided to add this macabre scene that is not even present in the books of George Martin. So, it seems they added this macabre scene to give a darker image to Jaime. Well, if that really was the goal, congratulations. No doubt, they made it. And now, whoa, Daenerys with catapults. What a great scenario. A lot of catapults throwing barrels full of slave collars. Yeah, very good. But where did those guys manage to get so many catapults? Once again, in the previous episodes, we could see these men marching all the way to Meereen, but we never spotted such an arsenal with them. If it was not already a long and hard path, having to carry all those catapults would be even harder. And once again I wonder if there was any war arsenal shop nearby. That's a good question, but I don't believe so. But there they were, all those catapults as they had fallen from the sky. Very curious indeed. Now the wildlings attack. Well, we can apply here the Portuguese saying they are more than mothers. Well, the wildlings attacked Castle Black in full strength. They were by the thousands and coming from both sides, North Gate and South Gates, which seems to be the Wiccan Gate, and from which many of them entered. But even so, and here comes another scene I found curious, is that there were few of them invading the castle. With so many men, giants and so, the charge appears to have been far short of what might have been if all of them went forward and struck hard. But no. It seems they just tested the defense capacities of the Night Watchers, but with the cost of many lives of the wildlings. Would have been more effective and decisive if they have gone to the ends? Oh, I see. But then the story of the heroes in black would have come to an end. And now the death of Tywin Lannister in the toilet. Yes. Well, this is what we can call a shitty death. Our dwarf friend Tyrion Lannister kills his father with 2 arrows in his chest, while the poor guy was shitting. Not even in the privacy of a toilet a man can be safe. I introduced this scene not exactly by being a curiosity, but being a very grotesque scene. We all know the reasons that made Tyrion to revolt and reach this drastic behavior. After all, we know that Tywin has always despised his son and sentenced him to death for a crime he didn't commit. But come on, killing the man while he was shitting? Well, but not a curiosity. Does this scene has something to do with the one we watched Tywin horse shitting by the entrance of the throne's chamber, also in the last episode of the last season? Well, and it's all by now. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video, and if you have any curiosity you want to share, please feel free to enter it in the comments below. You can also read this article in our blog outformind.com and subscribe and keep tuning. You can also follow us in our Facebook page, Twitter or Pinterest. You can find the links in the description box below. Thank you very much.